Is it worth going to Glenorchy while you're here in Queenstown, New Zealand? I think it is.
All the way along the lake here.
In today's video, we're going to talk about our experience going from the Frankton, Queenstown area out to Glenorchy for a day trip and then coming back. And we're also going into the details. What does that look like? How far is it? Do you have to drive yourself like we did? Or can you go with a tour? What is it to do out there? And our overall review after doing this experiences. So let's jump into it. A little bit of background. So my partner and myself, she's from Argentina, I'm from the US. I've been here about 90 days now in New Zealand. We also bought a used car, which was an experience going through, I think, 12 different cars we saw in this area, as well as we've moved. We've had experience living in 2 different suburbs now in the Queenstown area. We'll get into those topics in other videos, but in today's video, we're gonna dive into what you're looking for.
So we're testing out the Mazda Demio. We're headed over to Glenorchy from Frankton, so a little bit of a journey.
So headed out towards Glenorchy. We basically had some snacks for the day, but it's not too far. If you look online, it's about an hour from Frankton or 45 minutes from that area out to Glenorchy.
Yeah, so far once you get out of the Queenstown central area, there's a lot of cool pull-offs along the lake going out to Glenorchy. So you can definitely take your time if you want. And you got a lot of great mountain views in the distance. And right now here in June, a lot of snow-capped peaks. So it's pretty cool.
We basically went our maiden voyage with our new vehicle we bought, the Mazda Demio. It's a stick shift, so I couldn't drive it, don't know how. So my girlfriend was doing that, but for one of the fewer first times for her of driving on the left side with your left hand, doing the manual transmission. So that was interesting. More on that in our car review video here. And as you get further far to Glenorchy area, this is what you can expect. As you kind of roll through town here, you'll have Miss Woolies on the right, which I feel like is almost like an institution. A lot of people stop there and we really enjoyed it. But first stop is to go over to that infamous red house. It actually says Glenorchy on it. We walked around, took some pictures. Really took in the amazing views from the dock. Then we got in our vehicle, headed over to town because we were really looking forward to, which we always do on our little adventures, road trips, of grabbing a coffee and maybe some snacks. As you go inside Miss Woolies, this is what you can expect. Hey everyone, thanks so much for making this far in the video. If you're really enjoying it, give us a like, maybe subscribe as well, or drop some comments down below. If you've been in New Zealand before, send it to a friend if you feel it's been valuable so far. Also, check out the New Zealand playlist right here. Everything from buying a used car here, as well as finding housing, cost of living video, ton of hiking videos coming up. And without further ado, let's jump back into the video. So basically they got a ton of good options from like brownies, cupcakes, other things like that, as well as hot food. We took that stuff, went out back. There's this little beautiful area to sit back there. And then afterwards we used the restrooms, which are outside and pretty handy. And then we asked one of the locals, be like, hey, is it worth going further or far? Kind of up to the top of the lake, towards the Dart River, towards Mount Earnslaw. She said it completely is. We drove up that way in our car. Got some views, got some pictures, a lot of sheep, a lot of cattle, some horses. It was nice and peaceful. And it was also good for us to see because in the future we want to go up that way again. We're going to go hike Mount Earnslaw, as well as possibly go around the lake further over to the Kinloch area to go maybe look at that retreat or stay over there, which you can see on the website here. And then we headed back.
All right, so we just stopped at Miss Woolies here behind me, general store on the main road when you come here through Glenorchy, and definitely worth the stop. They've got good coffee, some good pastries, some other snacks, wraps. If you're gonna head on towards Kinloch and go further down that way, it's a good pit stop, or just a good spot to kind of stop here, refuel when you're in Glenorchy, and then head back to Queenstown.
The final part of today's video, would we go back? And I think so for these reasons. So the first reason is it's not that far, about 45 minutes one way, going back and forth from Queenstown, maybe an hour from the Frankton area. The second thing is it's nice and peaceful out there, a lot of different animals. cattle, horses, and it's nice getting out of the Queenstown area. Thirdly, we really enjoyed Miss Woolies, really enjoyed their cold brew and their brownies and their other pastries. And the last part is because we want to go further afar. So I think we'll be at least stopping through there in the future when going out to Mount Earnslow to hike that area, or possibly going to over visit the Kinloch Wilderness Retreat. So I think overall we'll be back passing through at least the Glenorchy area. Hopefully you guys got a ton of value here today. If you did, check out these other videos here on the New Zealand playlist about coming to explore this region, either on working holiday, just passing through as a tourist, and you know what to do to the next video. Do not forget to explore more. I'll see you there.